All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, this is Tamila Ayola, your AI automation engineer tutor, and this is the phase three of our WhatsApp e-commerce board. So if you missed the phase one, phase two, please you have to go to. I already put the link in the description because it's phase one. We integrated the WhatsApp, and then the phase two we created the Shopify account, and then we integrated Shopify in n8n. And you see, this phase three, this is the main deal. This is the main automation itself, and it's a big one. In fact, I want to put on my cap because this is very important and it's serious. And you see, it's going to either you are a store owner or you are a freelancer or AI automation engineer. You see, this project is going to either save you a lot of money or it's going to help you make more money, because we know that everything now, almost everything is done online. Anything you want to buy is online, and there are a lot of store owners. They are spending a lot of money to hire customer support. This bot is going to handle all those, even though yes, they are still needed, but it's going to cut costs. And as a freelancer or as an engineer, if you know how to build this, you're going to make a lot of money. You can charge as low as not less than $500 just to build this project, and then you still have to charge for maintenance as well. So this is a real deal, and there is a particular aspect of this project that I so much love, and this is the retriever. This is a cat retriever because most buyers, you see, they put a lot of products in their cart, and oftentimes they haven't forgotten. So if you have a bot that can pull all their carts, every product in their cart, and then send it to them directly. That, oh, you have all these in your cart, and then it's going to is the store is already going down, so you need to buy now before it's late. You see, you are going to love it. So it's going to be a game changer because mere seeing it, imagine you are bringing the product that they want, you're not taking it to them. You'll be surprised how many people will just go ahead and then buy that product. So let me just show you a quick demo. This is one, okay. So this is an e-commerce bot that runs on WhatsApp, and then it is connected to your Shopify, and it is 247. It can track your order, it can recover abandoned carts, it can recommend product, and you can even get all the product that you have, get the numbers of products you have left, the product that has already gone down, what you need to restock, and other things can be done. So let me just show you a quick demo of what it can do. So just for you to see by yourself. Can you I want you to retrieve my cartons of products. Now you see it doesn't delay. Now this is 1:38 p.m. and let us see. Now imagine before I finished, we didn't seem to find any courtesy with your phone number to help with. Now this is it. So to help you with your card, I will need the following information from you: your email and then what you need. Now this is it, and then your email. So because now, the reason it's asking for email, don't worry, when we get to the automation, you're going to see all that, because it can either fetch using your phone number or with your email. Now, this is it. It said you left items in your cart. This is it. Blue sneakers. And also I just left one, and then it's going to give me the link of the product itself. So just see it, just a click, and then it's going to bring the product itself. And then yeah, and now we have it now from WhatsApp now to the store. So it's just for you to know that, you see, when customers have cards, you can now customize it and then ask the bot to send it to the customer. It can be automated. And let's see another one. Let's say your customer need a red polo, or he wants to know the list of product that you have. So you can just say, I need red polo. Do you have? And then it's going to search your store, and then it's going to fetch the if you have any product like that. And even if you don't have, it's going to recommend other products for you. Now, this is saying that, oh, we have a stylish red polo available for you. This is it. If you click on this, it's going to show you the picture. Now, this is it. Or can I have a list of your product? It's going to show the list of the products that you have in your store. So this is personalized, but when we want clients to use it or customers to use it, it's going to be configured differently. Now this is it. It's showing the list of the product that we have. We have blue sneakers, and then we have red polo. It's showing the price. Is in stock. Yes, and this is it. So now, without wasting our time, let's just go straight to the implementation itself. So now the phase one, we're able to integrate WhatsApp. So this shouldn't be a problem. If you have not done that, you can check the description. You're going to see the phase one there, which is a WhatsApp integration. And this is WhatsApp. You can see it's going to, we already connected it to your WhatsApp bot. So it's going to fetch the client message. And this is what, okay, please check my cart, because I already pinned it. Please check my cart. And then it's going to pass the message. And this is it, the text. This is type text, and then the text itself. So you're going to get the phone number, the name. Imagine this is the name of the customer itself, even though the customer didn't say his name. It's going to fetch the name from the WhatsApp name, and then it's going to filter valid message, because at times, like you can see, I am using this bot for different purpose. This is why I'm using it for my eye instructor as well. So imagine, it's just funny. So this one is just going to, at every 20 minutes, it's going to send me a message that I should look away from my screen. And so I'm using it for different purposes. So when you receive this kind of message, it's going to check if it's not a valid message. If it's not a valid message, it will go here, no operation. That's false, no operation. But if it's a valid message, it's going to check the existing session, the name, and then now it's going to come here to the agent itself. And if you have been following me for a long time, you'll have heard me several times saying that, you see, your prompting is very important, else you're going to struggle. So this is AI agent, and the function is actually to detect the intent, to classify the intent itself. So is it the message that the customer sent? Is it about ordering tracking? Like, okay, you can also order track. Okay, I didn't show us that one. Okay, let me just quickly do that. Now I want to track my order. Please, where is my order? 101. I bought something, and then this is the order I got. So it's going to track that for me. So which means your customer can actually track where their order is. Has it been shipped? Is it still processing? Now this is it. Status processing, payment paid. This is my order, and then I have, so it's a sneaker. So now let's go back. So it's going to check if it is to track order, if it's about product inquiry, if it's cart recovery or support generally. So like, your customer can ask that, okay, what's your means of payment? Which means of payment do you accept? So that's a general message actually. And finally, you can have a rag. Okay, now this is it. So it's saying that, okay, we accept payment via credit card, PayPal, and that's that. So you can actually have a knowledge base of your of your product itself. So I intentionally not put it here, but I've done it several times. You can check my YouTube channel, and you will see video about creating rag agents. So it's going to have store every information about your business. So now this is the AI intent classification, is an agent. So it's going to get the user message, and then it's going to, now this is the system message on its own. It's going to track the intent. Don't worry, I'm going to give us these workflows for free. So these are the output, what is going to return, the JSON object. And then this is the model, this is the brain. I added a simple memory. And then this is a structured output parser. We need it because we are going to be making use of those structured JSON. Most of the time, the AI agent doesn't even give us that JSON structure most of the time. So that's why there's a need for us to make use of structured output parser. And peradventure something want to go wrong, I also give it another brain to apply to restructure the output so that we don't have issue. So that our workflow is not going to break. Now back to our router. All right, so now this is our router. So and the essence of this is to have a different channel for each intent. Like order tracking now is going to have its own channel, product inquiry have its own channel, cart recovery its own channel, and then support general its own channel. So this is just how I did that. So it's going to fetch it from, okay, let me just even execute and then let's, so that we can follow through. Okay, so you see, it doesn't even have to make use of the brain because it's well structured. So like I didn't open it for, so this is just it, and I don't think this should be a big problem for us. But if you're having problem with this, you can give me a comment, and then I'm going to dwell on it. But I don't want it to take too much of our time. So now this is AI intent classification. And now after classifying the intent, we need to get what the intent is. Now let me execute this. So based on the customer's intent, cart, so you say it is a cart recovery, and I just had to drag this. So this is the intent. And if you see the output here, you can see the output and see the intent here, cart recovery. So I just have to put it that, okay, if the intent is order tracking, then follow the channel one. Then I rename the output to this just to follow the name so that there won't be any confusion. If it is a product inquiry, follow the channel two. If it is a cart recovery, follow the channel three, which is this. And then if it's support general, then follow the channel four. And that's why if you see now, you can see this is the channel three, which is the cart recovery on its own. And now let's go back to now. So now let's go to the main work itself. You can see that we have all of this. This is actually a sub workflow. This is a sub workflow, and what it means is that, you see, the best way you can build your automation is to build modularly, because if you just put everything inside a a workflow, you see, you will be frustrated when there's a need for you to to extend the functionality of the workflow. So that's why there's a need for you to build it modularly and ensure that each module is doing a particular thing. Now, like order tracking now, I ensure that the workflow inside this order tracking is just to track order alone. The second one is just about product, just search for product inquiry. Do you want to know about all your product? Do you have a specific product you want to know about? Do you want to know how many lists of your product that you still have? So this is the guy that's going to be handling that alone. And then this is cart recovery, and then this is the general support. So if you don't know how to run this, so what you just need to do is just come here, add the plus, and then do sub execute sub workflow. So what it's saying is that there's a workflow I'm going to input inside this place, execute it. And for you to get that, you need to come here, open it, then source database, yes, and then now workflow list. That means you should have created that workflow in your n8n. You should have created it, and then from here, just from the list, just scroll down, and then you're going to see all the workflows that you've already created, and then you just pick the one you actually want to execute. So once this is done, just now let me now show us the order tracking workflow. Now this is the order tracking workflow. This is order tracking. And what is actually meant to do is to track our orders when your customer, when they purchase any order, they need to know what's happening with my order. Has it been processed? Has it been fulfilled? Has it been shipped? What about the shipping order? What about the shipping details as well? So that's what this is going to be doing. And what's going to happen is, so let's just start. We know that anytime we want to start any of the workflow, there's a need for a trigger. A trigger is what's going to execute your workflow. So now, because we are using a sub workflow, we want it to execute some. So then there's a need for us to make use of this trigger here when executed by another workflow. When you click on plus here, you will see it here. You don't even have to search. Just come here, you see another trigger. Just come here, and then you see this is when executed by another workflow. Because most of the time when you search, you don't even see it. But you need to search now, just come here, and then you'll see it here. So what we are saying is that whenever a channel comes to either of these and the trigger executes the sub workflow, it's going to go straight to this workflow that you already selected, and then it's going to trigger this and it's going to execute, and then you're going to have it. So now we already have one here. Look, so let's just continue from here. Already pin a message here, which is order tracking. Now it's not going to say anything because we don't have order 104. But let me just make use of the previous one that we executed. And then let me copy to. Now we already have this. So let's see the other. Now this is it, the other number. Remember, we asked for other number here. Where's my other 101? And so now this is the execution. Now this is it. The intent is to order tracking. Now you see, when it is executed, it's going to send all of this information to this trigger. Now the reason it's going to send all of it is because of what we put here. Because there's input data mode, accept all data, that's what we put. But you can specify the kind of data you want to receive. But because of this purpose, we're going to accept all the data. And these are the data that we got from this main workflow here. And if you should check, you realize that this is a C. This is everything here. And then we have all of those data sent to us here. Now, the next node is actually to check if order number or email is provided. If order number is not provided, then we need your email to track that order, because there's a need for us to use an identity to check your order. And this is it. Check if order is provided. If now this is for order number, this is order number. Check if it is provided. Or this is email to check. Now see, this is email. So it's going to, you drag it, like you already know how to do that. You're going to drag it inside and it's going to check, is it empty? If email is empty, or let's start from here. If order number is empty, and then come here, is email also empty? If email is also empty, then it's going to come here false, and then it's going to request for order number. But if one of it is true, then it's going to clean the order number. Where this is a JavaScript code, so it's going to clean the other number, because when you want to fetch order from Shopify, you need this hash, and you cannot just tell your customers to always put hash before you give me your order number. So there's just no need. So it's going to check if there's hash. If there's no hash, it's going to clean the other number and then add hash. That's why we have all this. So now this is original, this is a clean, and then this is a Shopify format. That's the output that we have. And then it's going to fetch order. So it's going to fetch order using method one, which is by name, because there are different ways we can fetch orders from Shopify. You can fetch order using name, you can fetch order using email or phone number. So now this is the method one. We have the by name here, and this is the configuration. So this is name, and and the name we're actually using the other number, and the name we're actually using the other number. So now the next step now is actually for us to fetch our orders, and we can fetch our order either by using the order number, the what's it called? Yes, the order number, or email. So now this is it. So now fetch order method one, which is by name. So by name actually means the order number itself, because if I open it, you see now to get this, I already, if you don't know how to do this, you need to go to the phase two. Already sorted this out, already sorted it out. So now if you check the query parameters now, we put in name, but the value itself is this is the order number. So that's what we're going to be using to fetch it. And then the limit is just one, because one order number is associated to an order, a product that you ordered for. And then status must be value any, and that's all. And when it's executed, you can see that it actually fetch the order for us. It fetch the order for us. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing because I don't want this tutorial to be long, and then this is the information of the order. So it's going to also check, is the method one successful? If it is successful, then just go to this place, order found. If it is successful, it's also going to check, is any order found? If order is found, then come here now. It's just a switch, and just to check, okay, JSON order, is it empty? If it is empty, then that's false. If it is true, if it is not empty, then that is true. And then that's why we have this, because the order is found. This is order, this is orders, and then that means we have order. It's not just successful, it's successful, and then there is order. So now because there's order, then it's going to send the order details, and then we're going to append it to our Google Sheet, where we just have the record of the conversation with the bot. So whatever conversation that clients or customers have with bot, so we're going to actually append it into our Google Sheet, so that at the end of the day we can just check what has happened. So now this is just the routing itself. So now that that's successful, but what if it's not successful? It's going to send a message that, okay, your order is not found. Your order is not found. And then it's also going to append that conversation to the Google Sheet. But now let's come back here to check the success status. Now, if it is not successful, what that means is that this method one, we didn't get the order using the order number itself. That means we need to now fall back second method, and the second method is actually to get the order using the phone number, and then that's why we have these as well. It's actually the same. And I think what I didn't explain earlier is the URL. You already know how to fetch this URL, but if you don't know how to, so just ensure that you get this from your store, and then /admin/API. These ones are default, actually. These are default. But because you want to get order, it must be orders.json. It must be order.json, because these URL are actually different. It's just like you want to purchase any other, then it's going to give you that. But if you want to check your cart, then you know that it's going to be a different link entirely. So now let's check the configuration, because this is name, and then this is phone. And we are not just giving any name, we are giving name that you're going to see, that is associated to the Shopify store itself. So we have to drag this. This is the phone number. I use the WhatsApp phone number, and then you drag it inside here. And then the limit, you're saying that, okay, just give me the first 5 order using this phone number. Then status is also any, and then that's fine. It's also going to check, and it's going to filter. It's going to filter the phone number order by number. So it's going to filter the phone number as well. It's going to check, and then it's going to clean whatever it is, and then it's going to check if the order is found. Just the same process. If the order is found, then do this, come back to this, and then do the same thing. I have to link it back to this order found again. But if the order is not found, we need to now fall back to the third means, which is that email. So it's going to now check again, because most of the times the customers just send a message and then they don't send their email. But now because of the third fallback, the third way of fetching order, there's a need for us to ask, or to first of all check if email is provided. If the email is not provided, okay, so this is, let me just show you here. So it's going to check here, is email empty? If email is empty, come here, request for email. Now this is it. It's going to send this message there. Okay, so let me just show us how it is. So this is it. I is going to show the name, and then we don't seem to find any other associated with your order number. To help us track your order, I will need your email to proceed with your request. Please reply with your email address and then the sample. So it's going to make that request. But if email is found, it's going to come here, because eventually whenever the customer send their email, it's going to be found. So whenever they send it and then it is found, then it's going to go through this true channel, and then it's going to check, and then it's going to fetch using the email. So let me change this to method 3. So then it's going to and yeah, it's the same process, the same URL, but it's just that this is the name is going to change, and then we're going to drag in our email, and then just limit value 5. You can make it 1. That's not a big deal. So then it's going to check. So now after fetching it, it's now going to check again, check emails order. Is the order found? If the order is not found, then it's going to send this message, order not found, and then it's going to append it. But if order is found, it's going to send other details, and then that's just it. We are done with order tracking. We are done with order tracking. So I think the next one, let's just go to the product inquiry, and then let's make use of our last execution, and then let's copy to editor. Now this is it. Let's check the message that we sent earlier. This is the intent is product inquiry. And what's the message? Customer is requesting a list of product available in the store. Now that's just what we asked. So now the next thing now is that we need an agent. I decided to use the Shopify tool node here. So we need an agent because we need to. So now I decided to use an agent here because I actually want to use the node tool so that it doesn't look like the only thing we are using is just the HTTP request. So because Shopify actually has their because Shopify has a node actually. Shopify has a node. So not just we can access Shopify using their node or using their HTTP request. So I have this agent here, and it's just to act as our product specialist, because whenever it gets the product from Shopify, there's a need for us to structure it to suit the request of the customer. Else, it will just fetch and then just send it like that. But we need agents that is wise, or that is smarter actually, to know how to respond. And this is the task. It's going to search for relevant product and then recommend 2 to 3 best matches with image. Then for each product, okay, format also, and then format each product as product name, price, key feature, image, and then in stock, yes or no. And as I asked that, okay, please be conventional and helpful. End with, would you like to order any of this? And if you should check when we ask for the order, you can see list of products. See, would you like to order for any of these? It's just the same thing we specified. So now that we have this system message, there's a need for us to attach a tool that is going to fetch the Shopify product itself. And that is why we made use of this Shopify product search. So what you have to do, just come here and then search for Shopify, and then this is it. We're talking about products now, so you just come here, resources. What we want is product, and then we are not creating. We actually want to get a product or get many. So let's just delete it, and then so that's just what we did. So the operation is just get many, and that's just the configuration for that. So what's going to do is it's going to, now you can see the response. It's going to get the ID, the title, all of this is how it's going to get it. But imagine sending all of this to a client. In short, that's the last time the client will come. That's the last time the customer will even come. So it's going to get this and then send it to this image, to this agent rather. So send to this agent, and then the agent is going to use this prompt here, the system message, to now structure its response and see. It's just going to fetch the information that is needed, and that's just it. And this is just straightforward, and then it's going to send the product list and then also append it to our sheet. Now we are done with that. So now the next time is, let's go to the cart recovery. I don't know. I just love this because this is going to make a lot of store owner money. Because when I was building this, I had to go and check the e-commerce that I'm also using. I check and I saw a lot of carts there, and even a lot that I've even forgotten. So which means that I didn't mean they have that too, and then they sent to me. I would have seen something to buy. I would have actually seen something to buy. So this is a game changer for a lot of e-commerce store. So now let's make use of the last execution that we had. So now copy to editor, and let's check the message that we asked. So okay, so the intent is cart recovery. Customer want to retrieve their cart and then get the list of products, providing email, phone, and blah blah. So now this is it. So now we need to get the node HTTP request. The same thing we have been doing. And remember, I told us about this URL. The last was about order. Now this is checkout because we actually want to get the cart. So these order URL, they are static. Nothing is changing. And then this is the checkout because that's what we want to use. You can check their documentation. All this actually in the documentation. So what we actually need is we want to get all the abandoned carts, every product that is already in the cart. That's what we want to get, and then that's what we have the limit, and then to 50. So it's going to check for all. So I actually have one, and that's why we have this. That's why we have these. So we have these, and then we're going to filter to check by phone actually. So what this is doing is it's going to get all cards. So now it's going to get the abandoned cards. And the thing is, you can see that there's no email, there's nothing here. It's actually going to get all the cards from the customers. So far the customers have abandoned products in their cart. It's going to get all of that, and then it's now going to filter. All I need to do is now filter by phone number. We're going to filter by phone number. We're going to be using the specific customer's phone number to check their cart itself. So and there are actually different ways we can also get each customer's cart. We can use the phone number, and then we can also use the email. So this is the first one. The first method is just the same as the previous one that we did. The the other request to track our order. So the same way we are going to make use of phone number, and then we're going to make use of the email. So the email is the fallback. So which is this one now is the phone number. So it's going to, this is a JavaScript as well, and then it's going to, we have to get this product. I'm sorry, we have to check for this checkout because this is just a list of all the checkouts that we have in our store. We got this checkout, and then we make use of the phone number of the customer, and which this is the phone number of the customer. Let me, don't know why. Yeah, so this is the phone number of the customer. Now this is the phone number, this is phone number, and then after checking via phone number, you can see now it sees nothing. So which means that based on the card we have here, there's none here that is associated with this phone number. So we need to fall back to the second method. So now it's going to check. It's going to check. Okay, does any card exist? Now is checkout empty? If it is empty, then go to the false. If it is not empty, that means we have a card for that phone number. So if it is true, then send this message, send it. So if it is true, if that number has a card, it's going to send the card to that specific phone number's WhatsApp, and then they're going to receive it and then append it to the sheet as well. But if it is not, then we now need to go to the second fallback, which is via email. So now it's now going to check, do we have email of the customer? If not, it's going to request for email. And after requesting, then we're going to go through this route again, and then it's going to filter checkout by email. And now this is also JavaScript. And after doing that, we already have this, and you're going to have all this code. It's going to check using these checkouts, and then we're going to make use of the email. And then after using that, after checking it, we have this checkout. So it shows that okay, there is a checkout associated with that email. There's a checkout associated with that email, and it's now going to check again, check out if the cart exists, check if cart exists via email. It's going to check. Now this is a JSON.checkout. Is it empty? If it is not empty, that means it is true. Then it's going to follow through branch. But if it is empty, it's going to follow the first branch. And now check it is true. Then it's going to send a cart recovery and then also append row. Now, if it is not, if it is empty, it's going to follow here no cart. And then let us also, we need to get that done as well, because we need to push it to our Google Sheet where we track all the conversations made. Now the last one is actually the general. The general, it's also straightforward. The general, there's a big need for us to have a RAG agent where we're going to have our knowledge base, everything about the customer or everything about the business. But I decided not to do it here. But if you want to get that done, there's a tutorial on that as well. So just come here. This is tool, and then you just, if you are using your PyCon, just come here and then make use of your PyCon store and then set it up. And that's that. I have a tutorial on that. So now this is the fact. So I just put in little details about the business itself. So this is the knowledge base, the shipping time, return payment, and all that. So this is just in case the customer want to ask for like what we asked for now. Let's get the execution, because I know we've done it. No, we asked that okay, what are the payment method that you accept? And then this is it. Now the reasoning, customers requiring about accepted means of payment. And then we have this, it's going to check. Now this is the brain, and then it's going to check if there is a need for escalation. Like, okay, I think it's also here when to escalate it and when to take charge of it. So now you say if it's about refund damage items, account issue, complex technical problems, see respond. Let me connect you with our support team for personalized help. So that means it is going to be escalated. Now it's going to check. Is there a need for escalation? It's going to check. Does it connect you with our support team? You can see why it's going to know is that because I put it under it here that responder, let me connect you with our support team for personalized help. So it's now going to show that okay, the output, does it contain connect you with our support team? That means it is escalation actually. If it is yes, send a message to our Slack, and we have a customer support there, send it there, or also notify the customer that this is what's happening. So send message to our Slack and also notify the customer that thank you, your request has been escalated to our specialist team. They will contact you within 1 hour, and then they actually have already created a ticket for that as well. And is asking anything else I can do to help you. And then it's also going to push it to our Google Sheet. And if there's no escalation, so which means that what the customer asked for, and in this our example, there's no need for escalation. You can see now it is false. So it's going to send a response to the customer, and this is the response actually. See, the I don't know, we accept payment via credit card, PayPal, and Apple Pay. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. That's the message is already sent, and then it's also going to log it to our Google Sheet. You see, I need to apologize because I know that I rushed this tutorial, but because I do not want it to be long. So if there's any area that you don't understand, please you can send me a you can just put it on in the comment section. I'm definitely going to respond to it. So I believe that this is going to either make you a lot of dollars or it's going to save you a lot of dollars no matter what, no matter who you are, either you are a store owner or you are an AI automation engineer, this is going to help you. So thank you very much, and I request that you just give me a thumbs up and then subscribe so that whenever I release a new tutorial, you're going to be notified, and you can support me as well. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate your time. Take care. Bye.